Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about The Firm. And this movie came out in 1993, and it stars Tom Cruise. And going into this movie, I wasn't expecting much because I've never seen it before. All I've ever seen was this cover, and it just looked like maybe a horror movie of some kind, or a mystery, murder mystery, or whatever. And what I got was a movie where things happened and I was entertained for the most part. I wasn't super bored, but overall I wish I cared about it, and I just wish that it was better. And one of the worst parts about this movie for me would be the music. I just didn't like it at all. It was just piano, and I'm not saying I don't like piano music, but in this movie, it just didn't complement the tone of every scene. It was ruining it for me, and it was telling you exactly how to feel, and it was just so irritating to listen to. And the tone is all over the place. Sometimes it's supposed to be kind of dark and really sad. Other points, it's supposed to be kind of fun and lighthearted. Not throughout the whole film, it's like that, but there are parts where that does happen. And Tom Cruise, I thought he was pretty good in the movie, and I bought him as his character, even if there's not a whole lot to the character. It was never his performance that was the problem. And this movie has quite a few actors that I recognize, like Gene Hackman, Wilford Brimley, and it even has Tobin Bell for whatever reason, which is kind of funny. And whenever I saw him in the movie, I just kept thinking Jigsaw because he's great as that character, and that's all I think about whenever I see him in a movie. And he's not in a whole lot, so he doesn't ruin the movie with his presence, but that is the first thing that I think about whenever I see him. One of my biggest problems with this movie would be the story structure and how information is presented, and I do feel as though this movie lays everything out way too early on and tells you exactly like what's going on basically. And okay, these guys are the bad guys and you shouldn't trust them. And sure enough, that was the case, and that was pretty disappointing. And I wished that it was better and information was held from you, and you didn't get all the answers so early on, and it was more of a mystery. And even though that has been done before, I feel as though this movie would have benefited from that. And you could have made this movie a little bit shorter if you had done that. Not that I'm complaining too much in terms of its pacing, because I wasn't bored for the majority of it. It is pretty tight, and it doesn't really waste any time. So it's got that going for it, but unfortunately what's going on in the story, it's expecting you to care, and I just don't care. And the action scenes are just Tom Cruise being chased, and there's so few of those in the movie, which is a little disappointing, and there just isn't really much else going on that interests me. And another thing to mention about this movie that would have made it better for me is that if I felt tense, or even if I, didn't really care too much about the main character, if I felt as though the villains in this movie were a threat, and I felt as though Tom Cruise, his character, was in danger, might have worked better for me. If it wasn't cartoonish and to just never working for me. Had that not happened here, I would have liked the movie better. And that was a big missed opportunity for me, and I never once felt as though they were like real people. I never bought them as real people, is what I'm trying to say. And they just never worked for me, and that was a big letdown for me. And that's about all I have to say about The Firm. It was okay. It was inoffensive. It's watchable. And I was thinking maybe like this is kind of a bad movie, but I would be more towards leaning as saying that this is officially a bad movie had I been like completely bored by it. And it is boring at some parts and very predictable for sure, but it was moving at an acceptable pace for me, and because of that, I can't really say that I hate this movie. There wasn't anything offensively bad about it. There were just a lot of missed opportunities for me, and because of that, it kind of dragged the movie down, and I just wished it was better than what we actually got. And with all that being said, I'm going to give The Firm a 5 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of The Firm, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for Grand Canyon. Never seen this movie before, so look forward to that. But until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.